Some people live peaceful lives filled with happiness and joy. They have loving families and friends. But some people haven't even had a taste of what that happiness feels like. They only know pain and agony. They wake up in the morning wondering, what will happen to me today? What if you were one of those people? You need to stand up for those who can't stand up for themselves. I believe that torture is a cruel and unnecessary way for people to bring pain to others. The various reasons and ways that people are tortured for are mean and painful. I don't have any personal experience in this subject, but I do have a good friend who immigrated from China when she was just 5 years old. She was born even though it was against the law for her to be. When the officials found out about her, they came to her house to take her away and kill her. However, her parents hid her, and they got beaten for it. Before the officials came to take them to jail, her parents gave her to a friend, and she put her on a boat that sailed here. Her parents were beaten to death. Even though she was old enough to remember that terrible time in her life, she never got to really know her parents. It is because of what happened to my friend and thousands of girls like her that my right, no torture, should remain on the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. People are still tortured and put through pain. A lot of people are forced to say things that they will later regret. The torturers would say it's unfair and against the law if their people were the ones being tortured instead. It doesn't make any sense. A 2001 report by Amnesty International highlighted the use of torture used by 140 states between the years of 1997 and 2001. People use torture for different reasons or results. They use it to get the enemy to tell what they know, confess to crimes, or renounce their faith. Sometimes people are tortured for a long time if they don't do or say what the torturers want. I believe that if the people being tortured get tired enough of the tortures, they'll lie to their interrogators just to make the pain stop. That's why I believe torture isn't an effective way to get information. Not only does torture still occur, there are different types of torture you can use. People use different types of torture, targeting different parts of the body. It's bad enough that torture still happens, but to have more than one way to do it? Psychological torture involves driving people crazy to the point of them cracking under the pressure, and then they tell their interrogators what they want to know. Types of psychological torture include sleep deprivation and sensory deprivation. Physical torture methods have been around for a long time, and some of the methods that have been used are almost inhuman. This type of torture relies on physical pain to get what the torturers want. Neither physical nor psychological torture is better or more human than the other. They are both horrible. This is yet another reason why my right should remain on the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. It's amazing that these types of torture are used in all different types of places. You'd be surprised at the various places torture occurs, and even more so how it happens. Torture doesn't just happen in top-secret rooms where spies are interrogated because they know information. It happens in schools and on the playground. Bullying is a type of torture. On the TV show Extreme Makeover Home Edition, the builders made a new house for a family whose mom had lost a son to bullying. He'd been called names, been punched, and had been tormented for a long time. Finally, he'd snapped. He went home, didn't talk to anyone, and went to his room. When they called him for dinner, he didn't come down or even answer back. So they went up to his room and found that he'd hung himself. Many people have suffered from torture. They have been pushed to their physical, mental, and emotional limits. Some tortured due to their religion, some to gain information, and some just because of the color of their skin. my right, no torture, should remain on the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, because torture is cruel. All it does is bring pain to others. So stand up against torture. No one deserves to be treated like they matter less than others. So don't allow it to happen. Thank you for your time and attention.